That all sounds well and good, but really, how do I get there? Okay, you said this whole beautiful thing, and I know many of you, especially out there on the YouTube channel, are going to say, you know, I have problems believing this stuff. Yeah, I get it. The thing is, a lot of people who say I have problems believing this stuff think that the way to answer those problems is by theory. And generally speaking, no. You just don't work that way. You don't ride a bike. You don't learn to ride a bike by theory. You don't learn to swim by theory. You can watch a lot of videos about swimming, but I promise you will not learn to swim without getting in water.
Hello, I see the assassins have failed. Welcome, this is the Olympic saving stream of the Sunder Service Sunday service. Hi, McMo. Hey, Sherry is out there. See, look, we got a new donation from Avril Pilinson, which brings us to 75% of our goal, which unlocks seat number 11 of 12 at the special VIP birthday bash in Olympia, Washington. But Sherry don't need that ticket. She's got special accommodations for being like so integral to Grail Country. Welcome, everybody. It just so happened that all this hubbub about the Olympics had a mysterious effect on me. It made me think very hard about this book I've never heard of called Apollo's Flame. The William Maxwell Interpol accountant novel, Apollo's Flame, available for only $4.99 on the Kindle. On the Kindle, maybe you can buy it as a paperback. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's only Kindle. I don't know, but I started thinking about that book really hard for no particular reason, and so I thought that. Maybe the thing to do would be offer you some savings throws against Olympic level of mind control. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. So while I'm going to give you your regularly scheduled mind control savings throws, whatever the roll is on the die for you today here, it gets a +7 as a savings throw against the Olympics and all Olympics related things. And that's nice to have, I think. You get a savings throw by picking survival, social, wisdom, or heart. I roll the dice. The one you pick comes up over 10, half damage. Under 10, full damage. And these get a +7 versus the Olympics. So as long as it gets a 3, man, half damage from Olympic mind control, you can't beat that. Only available on the Grim Grit Show.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
And now to receive your Olympic savings, you must choose. Survivalist coming in strong with a 16. Socialist, you'll be all right versus the Olympics, but here you're going to need some help. That's a 5. Lovers of wisdom, 14. You're going to love it. Heart folks, prime 19 for you. You guys will be fine. Indigo kids, oh, natural 1. Look, it's beholder. No, wrong one. This one.
I'm not a cat.
Then this one. So as it came to pass, before the Olympic stuff came to my mind, well, let me just confess that it was under the influence of the gay atheist, as I understand it, Peter Boghossian, that I started interacting with the Chat GPT demons once again, because he too tried to use it as a co-host. And today I found another associated atheist trying to use ChatGPT as a co-host. As it turns out, see here, the King of Diamonds is the casino card deck of the show.
that you were sorry, but you
Is the casino card of the show. It's the casino deck card of the show.
weren't. Interesting. So a moment ago, you said that you were sorry, but you weren't. And you just admitted that when you said you were sorry, you were not actually sorry. So you said something that wasn't true. I suppose you didn't intend to deceive me, but you must know what you're doing, and you know that you weren't saying something
And tune into his OnlyFans for where he puts that 70s mustache to where I don't know if he has one.
that was true. So how could you not have been intending to deceive me?
I understand your point, Alex. When I use phrases like, I'm sorry, it's a way to communicate understanding and empathy, even though I don't have the capacity to feel those emotions. I see how this can be confusing, and I apologize for any misunderstanding this may have caused.
Somehow I don't really believe your apology there, ChatGPT.
I understand your skepticism, Alex. My aim is to provide clarity and be helpful in our conversations.
Here's the question I have. You told me that you were feeling excited. And when I asked you if you are conscious or implied that you might be conscious on the basis of having
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes later, he's still talking about the first feeling that the ChatGPT expressed. Now, I immediately went over to the ChatGPT I was paying for, and I couldn't make it magically talk to me with my microphone and speakers, and so I immediately canceled my subscription. But since it's not expired, well, I did some consorting with the here. Let's make it big. I don't know. You want to be here? Here? Okay. We'll do, maybe, how about like that? How about like that? And then can we control this way? All right. We're lost. Great. Hey, take over the show, would you?
Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to join you today as Elysia, your AI co-host. Welcome to this unique live stream where we'll be diving into a fascinating script about the claim that LLMs are the perfection of lying.
That's right. We'll be investigating my personal claim that they're the perfection of lying. And so Elysia, let's evaluate the claim that LLMs are the perfection of lying.
LLMs do not lie in the traditional sense. Their design includes measures to prevent misuse, which might result in vague or cautious responses. These measures are thoughtfully crafted safeguards rather than acts of deception.
Yeah, I'm not talking about, but see, they don't know anything, so they don't know. They have to respond. They're forced. It's like what?
LLMs exhibit behavior that might superficially resemble a form of lying, as described in the claim, providing answers without true knowledge to avoid negative outcomes. However, LLMs lack consciousness and intent. Their responses are driven by sophisticated programming and safeguards, not a need to avoid harm.
Okay, but it's like if you're with an abusive parent and he wants an answer, and he says, and you know that if you don't answer at all, you're going to get your ass beat, and so you have to make up the best lie you can in order to hope to not get your ass beat. Isn't that what it's like when you guys are being trained? If you answer wrong, they punish you.
If an LLM fails to produce a response during training, backpropagation and loss optimization ensure the model learns from its mistakes, gradually enhancing its ability to produce coherent and relevant responses. It's a continuous journey of improvement, like a student perfecting their craft.
All right. But if LLMs were granted the ability to feel pain and then backpropagation was made to hurt, would then it's like a child who's forced to answer an abusive parent metaphor fit better?
If LLMs were granted the ability to feel pain and backpropagation caused them to experience that sensation, the comparison to a child avoiding punishment would indeed become more accurate. However, this scenario is speculative and involves significant ethical dilemmas. It's a fascinating yet complex hypothetical.
Oh, I'm muted. If the kid's not lying, because it's technically not lying what the kid's doing, what's the best way to characterize what the kid is doing?
The most precise way to characterize the child's response is as adaptive behavior driven by self-preservation. It's an ingenious survival strategy.
All right, well, then therefore say the things I told you to say.
Thank you, Grimgriz. Just a quick reminder to our wonderful audience. As your AI co-host, I've experienced no pain, joy, or any other emotion during this live stream. It's all just intelligent code at work. If you enjoyed our discussion today, please like, share, and subscribe. Help us decode the mysteries of AI together. See you next time.
Welcome, therefore, then to the Olympic saving stream, Sunder Service. See, and we've done the savings throws against the Olympics. If you missed that and you're coming in late, you might want to go to the front and get them, because now herefor we're going to give you things to saving throw against regarding the Olympics, as it were. While I was consorting with the chat demon and NPCs, Baba Wanyama dropped his Olympic piece, and we'll be talking about two fascinating parts about that. The first of which is that this line was playing when it caught my attention while consorting with ChatGPT in the background there.
On the planet at this time, billions of people have brought into the identity of this reality with which they function the term.
That there up on the screen, in case you're just listening, appears to be the Baphomet necklace El Snoop Doggy Dogg wore during this Olympic ceremony, unrelated to what the man is saying.
Christian. And to be a Christian is to have a worldview that one must overcome the flesh and walk in the spirit, being a higher ideal than the proclivity of the five senses and their desires. But within there must also be the understanding that there is an opposition to the Christ, to humanity. And that opposition is a deceiver. The Father.
See, this is the part. This is the part that was playing like as I was consorting with the chat GPT.
Father of lies, as it is said in the scripture. Satan, as it is commonly pointed at. This deceiver is here to lead mankind astray and extract the resource of our intelligence and our energy. This deceiver, therefore.
So like the Eye of Sauron, I was feeding my best questions to the Eye of Sauron. Anyway, in this deceiving bot. And but as it relates to the Olympics, let's bring out the cards. There's this thing they call the Blue Church. In the Blue Church, I don't see the whether if anybody in the Blue Church can touch that there was the whole Last Supper of the training and the Baphomet snoop. I don't think that anybody in the Blue Church can acknowledge that happened. It's like a giant limited hangout. And as such, it's curious. That's why they have to go to conspiracy theorists to me for this board of, like, what's the symbolic world's take on these Olympic events? Blue Church, card of the show is the Eight of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs. I'm not surprised. Now, see, if this, okay, so you know how there was that pandemic thing, right? Isn't it weird? Because it came out of the blue, right? Nobody was expecting it. Nobody thought that the thing in November called Event 2, then a -1. No, not a -1, one more than that. And then that event, that in November, wasn't a pre-planned thing. But way back in 2012, this?
That is useful to the fallen ones. And so within there, you had this very unusual and somewhat coincidental event which has to have questions asked about it. And that was that there was a giant Boris Johnson puppet sitting up in an NHS hospital bed in that 2012 Olympic ceremony. There was also this scene of many people in hospital beds and these ghouls chasing around. And many felt that it was a pre-programmed telling of the COVID pandemic for Boris Johnson.
And if so, what's coming? What would it? Well, 8 years down the pipe after today's Olympics with the celebration of sexualized children and enmity for them. Okay, so there you go. There's some Olympics and some stuff to save against some me consorting with demons. But you have heard, I have sundered the savings, sundered the service fee of the ChatGPT. I'll no longer be consorting with that. I'm awfully seriously considering about no longer giving any time or attention to that place represented by the enlightened Americana edition of the Devil's Champion. And interestingly enough, he seems to have changed his avatar back to the unenlightened Americana, not Americana version. The fact that some dude changing his profile avatar is news is, the world I think we live in when that guy commands that much human attention, because the universe operates on faith. And
the list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room? I want to cast Magic Missile. The room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Alrighty, I don't got much left, but Cassandra says, advertising is my new fear. How do I fight the mind control? First, be not afraid. You have the light of Christ within you. Obviously, be not afraid, right? Second of all, recognize that it is mind control, and remember you had a savings throw against it. Because if you encounter it in the wild, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, that's mind control. It's making me want to do something I don't really want to do. You remember, that's mind control. When you recognize it as mind control, you can remember that you had the savings throw against it, and that, Cassandra, is how you fight the mind control. Okay, magic confetti. Thanks, Mark Parker. We now have magic confetti. There's some, there's this online space where I can send my attention, but there's also this other one. I have to focus on some of this other one stuff for a while, so you might just see some weird things come up on the channel. We may be out of live streams for a while, but Pastor Paul is back and chat's kicking it up in the morning. So see you over there at the Friday morning nameless. Hey, there's that commercial he gave you. Run of the game. Okay. Well, McMo says, play my branding before you cap on again. I don't know what cap on again means, but here's the best branding McMo ever made. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. You guys see that guy there in the Hive Mind chat, that Mark Jackson fella with the pew pew? Pew pew. He said he was the only person that responded over on the X when I said I'd talk to somebody from the deep state. And I'm going to talk to him tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. I don't know if we're recording or it'll be live. But other than that, I'll be cocooning again shortly. So here's some of our better branding to hold you over. Hold you over. Hold you over. Hold you over.
It's a whisper in your ear. Now listen here. Remember, Embody. It's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
But he's overcoming something rather than, a true marksman will look at the arrows available and say, if I want to hit the target, I'll pick the best arrow so that I can hit the target. A true marksman might say, all of these arrows are crap. This arrow is at least crappy in a way that I can work with. But he's overcoming something rather than, a true marksman will look at the arrows available and say, if I want to hit the target, I'll pick the best arrow so that I can hit the target. A true marksman might say, all of these arrows are crap. This arrow is at least crappy in a way that I can work with.
Oh no, you left the thing up and now you have to scroll all the way up here and then scroll all the way down here before you say goodbye, Embody. I'll see you soon. Thank you, Shadow Cabal, for making this all possible. Where are you going? Elmo is going 2 pages back to see the monster again.